Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm back to work on the mechanical wall. I have 3 studs. I cut those a good while ago. Those need to go in 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of those need to be notched on the back for the copper pipe that runs through there. And all of them get a hole for the wire at the bottom. And then I have a wire that's going to go to this switch that's going to power, well, it won't be this switch. I'm going to put a double in there, and the second switch is going to power lights at the bottom of the cabinet that are going to shine down into the sink here, as well as an overhead light for this area. I want this area to be well lit. And what else? I have my melamine. This is the exact material I was looking for, and I could not find it on Menards' website, or anybody else's for that matter. But they had it in the store, and they had it in the exact size I wanted as well. I believe this is 2 by 4 feet. I just needed a chunk that's going to fit behind these pipes here, and then I'm going to block in and then drywall. This will be open to maybe here. I could go to right here as well. We'll see how that works once I start cutting the lumber for it. And I have a ton of miscellaneous stuff. I got to trim that foam. I already got it off the floor. It just takes a couple seconds. You just pop it off with a scraper. I was thinking about actually putting this stud in here because I have this extra stud, but that would involve either removing this stud and then cutting that bracket in half so I can use the bracket over here, or possibly cutting the bracket with the oscillating tool. And then I thought, well, that's a lot of work, and it really doesn't matter. This is going to get drywalled. The drywall is actually going to be glued and screwed on. It's going to be very strong, and then a cabinet is going to be built in front of it. So nobody's going to be really touching this wall. So I don't think I'm going to go through all that work to do that. And this communications line needs to be trimmed down. The communications box is going to go right in here somewhere. And I thought I had a box on hand, but I might not. But I should be able to cut this, right here and then tuck it back here just to get it out of the way. In the end, this whole thing is going to be framed out so that the drywall ends like right here. Just enough room to get the cover on. And so it'll be kind of recessed into the drywall. So I got to get that figured out because the blocking for the drywall is going to go right in the front of here. And then I want to use it as blocking for that as well. So I got to go over and look for that. It is really, really, really cold out there. It's about 4 degrees, but cold enough. Okay, and what else? Yeah, it's just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Oh, I have to cut this on the saw. So, yeah, the saw is not going to like being started up in this cold, but it is what it is. Got to get it cut. So I think that's the first thing I need to do is measure for this melamine. Go get that cut, get that over with, and while I'm over there, look for that communications box and see if I got one. If I don't, I should probably just order one on Amazon because it's not really worth a trip all the way to town for that. Okay, let's go and get this thing cut. I got the parts cut that I need for the box out for the water pipes, and let me show you how that's going to work. It's going to be a fairly complicated assembly because this needs to go in first. What I need to do is extend this over because I want to end the box right here. This is kind of a mock-up here. So this is where the box will end. The drywall will end right here. And then back here, it's going to be this masonite. And I could make a rabbet on the back of this and put the masonite behind that, but it is so cold out there, I really didn't want to mess with it. So what I'm going to do is get this in there first, because I don't think, well, actually I can get this side piece in there and then put the masonite in, but I gotta like push it over and butt it up against this filler piece. And then I need to wedge some stuff in here and there to keep that masonite tight up against the foam until the glue dries. And where's my glue? I will be using PL-300 Foamboard for that. So basically I got to get, these are already the right length. So I got to pocket screw this. That's going to be screwed over into the existing flat stud here. Get that one screwed into place, slide that masonite in, push it over until it's tight against that, and then put all them wedges and clamps and stuff in there. Once the masonite's in there and dry, I'm going to put a piece of masonite between here and the other masonite and just tack that in place with the brad nailer, and I'll just caulk the seams. I just want it to look fairly nice and be fairly waterproof. And this piece right here is the bottom, and this will be notched out for that pipe, and that will fit in and go up against the bottom of this. Kind of complicated, but not really. Once it's done, oh, and I have a box going in there as well. What did I do with that? Ah, here it is. So once this flat piece is in there, I'm going to put this box in, handy box, and then this piece will it'll be on this side. It'll be like thusly, and then that'll be nice and inside of all this as well. I might box this out completely so it's got a little door or something, but whether I do or not, it's going to look nice inside of the utility cabinet right here. I could just leave it exactly the way it is, but it looks like crap, and I really don't want to do something that looks like crap. So first thing I got to do is put some pockets in here for the pocket screws, and then we'll get this piece installed. a little bit of creative clamping, and my melamine is in place. So everything here, except for the melamine and this board right here, all of this stuff comes off. And this is just here to remind me to get this in place before I put the next piece on, which is the bump out that will bring me to, it'll bring me out to stud thickness, out to this height right here. So as soon as all this temporary clamping comes off, then this piece goes on right on the edge right here, and then a white melamine trim will go from here back to the white melamine back here, and then this bottom gets a cap, which is this piece right here, and it will go right like that. It'll go up underneath this board right here, and it's going to have a notch for this pipe right here, and I'll probably fill in that notch after I'm done, but not super necessary. But if there's ever a leak, it'll go through that notch and get to an area where I really can't get at. So if there was a leak or some condensation or something, I'd rather it be where I can get at it. Okay, this foam board adhesive takes a full 7 days to cure. I don't need to clamp it that long, but the longer it's clamped, the better. So now I'm going to start on these studs. I can only get 2 of them in here. That one has all that stuff in the way. My camera just crashed again. It's crashed twice today, and it's lucky I caught it both times. Otherwise, I could have half a day where I'm missing the film from it. Okay, so this stud goes about right here. I think it's actually closer to the edge here, but all I got to do, this is my indicator stud, or my reference stud. From the center of this to the center of this has to be exactly 24 inches. So wherever it needs to be, that's where it's going to go. And then I got to hollow out the back a little bit for these big old legs and do my notch for these pipes. I'm going to move this over here, and that second pipe is going to be spaced so that I can get 2 clamps in there, so I can get in the middle and get at these clamps. So whatever the space this is, it's probably 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8. So let's see if we can get both of these studs in today. So, yet to do today, I got to run across the street and put away all my tools and clean up over there. It's really cold. I don't want to do that, but it is what it is. The game plan for all this, I believe, I'll start on this side and start getting blocking in, and then go to this next, get this big blocking in down here and that littler stuff up there, and then block in this whole thing and then work on this. I don't know, that might take a day, might take 2 days. Then I'll take off all the clamps and stuff on this, and hopefully that glue will be plenty dry to hold that in place. Then I can finish up this area and get the blocking in down here. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's gonna take 2 or 3 days to get all this blocking in. Then after I got everything blocked up, I can run my wiring, and I believe I can get everything drywalled right after that. So hopefully by the end of the week, this wall is gonna be done. That would be awesome. Looks like I got a dog here. Come on, puppy. Way too cold out there, huh? I know, I saw you out there. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up. If you wanna see all this work, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.